What is up everyone, this is Witzemann, and today I will for the first time do a very specific trick tip tutorial, and it's going to be about the Topside P-Star. So this trick has been requested over Patreon. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can hit the link in the description. But I'm gonna do this once for YouTube publicly, and the rest will be Patreon exclusives because, well, if you're supporting on Patreon, I think you should get something back. So this trick was requested specifically with a specific problem, which I'm gonna get into. But first, about the location. This is probably the best park to do all of this, beside the fact that it's also usually very well visited. So I'm visiting in early hours. We have several flat ledges. They're all stone. They slide super well while being super responsive still. We have bank to ledge setups. We have down ledges, which are kind of weird, but still they're down ledges, small and like very mellow, but you get the point. We have a pretty long flat rail, which not really that helpful for this specific trick, but I will make use of it anyways. And probably my favorite part is the flat part where you have just regular, slightly downward going flat ledges, but they have sort of an angle, so they make, especially top sides, but basically any grind, they make it more comfortable, sometimes even easier. And you have the little slappy curb, which is just always fun to skate. And that's it for this park. It's surrounded by green, there's shadows, there's sun, there's everything. So I'm not gonna waste much time on this park anymore. I'm gonna get straight into skating, and we'll cover, as I said, we'll cover this trick specifically. The problem that was stated, I only have the text, which is making it harder, but I'm gonna try to figure out what could be the problem and how to get over this. So a Topside P-Star, basically a regular P-Star, but on the top of the ledge. I see many people struggle with this trick, not because of actually locking on the fish brain, the front foot, but actually because of the back foot, because it doesn't get enough attention, enough weight. It's not usually not in the right position. So to cover all of this, I'll try to make use of all the different spots and just get enough angles to like showcase my point. So whenever I try to figure out a specific trick, not with spins or anything, but just the stance alone, I'm trying to set it up on the ground and try to like over exaggerate every movement in order to figure out where my body would naturally lead me. All right, so if I'm going down like this, I can feel like where my knees are aiming. I'm gonna set up the camera differently for this, just a bit higher actually. So as I'm going down, I want the fishbrain foot to be down, and then I want the back foot to like tie up with the front foot. You're gonna like put the back skate directly onto the front, the leading skate. And it should kind of feel like a knot. That being said, the back foot should help the front foot lead the way, as well as the front foot should help the back foot stay on the ledge. What many people struggle now with is that they don't spin the back foot enough. So it kind of ends up like almost like an X grind. If you're not familiar, an X grind is just front foot, maki or fish, and back foot the other one. So like maki or fish on the back foot. But if you do a Topside P-Star, you want to make sure that Ideally, back foot is rotated 90 degrees. If you can't go this far, try to go as far as your body allows you to. And next thing is the hip, which many people want to have facing straight forward, but you definitely want to rotate the hip at least slightly to, if you're doing it with the right foot leading, you want to spin, like have the hip slightly to the right. And if you're doing left foot, you want to have it slightly to the left. Next really important thing is the run up for this trick, where many people, and again, I don't have visual aid to back this all up, but it's just from experience. Many people tend to favor going up exactly parallel to this trick, which is ideal for if you have this trick down and that's exactly the right way you can jump on. This is ideal for keeping like that perfect balance. But generally you want to approach at the like slightest angle to ensure that you get your body and your hips over the spot. So you don't want to have basically it's the same as if you were standing on the ground. You're not standing on the ground like this, but like this. Remember that your hips are exactly above your sole plate. It's actually exactly above the sole plate. And also from the leaning back or fore or back leaning, it's pretty much exactly over the H block of your front foot. That way you ensure you're not leaning over too much in order to like lose grip of the back foot, but you're also not leaning too much back in order to like slip away and sit down. Good thing about this trick is you can choose a really high spot to do this, and if you miss, you basically, or if you don't have the right balance, you can just sit down. That's the good thing about this trick. It's like so close to sitting down that you can just work with that. Also, don't get too comfortable with the sitting down, because it's gonna, like, once you're in that motion, it's gonna be hard to get out of it. But I'm just saying, as a starter topside trick, this is really good. And that's basically my point about this. Yeah, I like to do this on high spots just because I can, like, you can bend your knees both like very naturally. The lower you go down, the more natural it feels actually to turn your back foot like this. And that way you can also like get fairly high, because you can like not only jump high but also pull up your feet pretty high, because you're almost putting them to the side like this. Like that. Ideally, you will feel the groove, the backslide groove on your back foot. If not, you will at least feel that your frame is touching on the back foot. You do want to have some weight on both feet. And now, depending on which one is your leading foot, it's gonna be this or that. Like some people prefer to have the torque foot as your leading foot. That usually means that the front foot gets a bit less attention, and sometimes you roll into it and then get down, which is easier to overcome and get into like a natural looking topside P-Star. If you're the other way around, the fishbrain is your regular and the back foot gets less attention, it's gonna take some more time, more effort, but also I think it usually ends up in a more natural, safer and better looking topside P-Star than the other one, because the fishbrain is never in question. Like, this is always your go-to trick. It's always this is the point that has like most surface on the spot, so also the point that gives you most balance. As for skating this on a rail, I think on a rail it's a bit easier as it is on coping boxes or copings in general. So like on transition, this is the only thing that's missing in this park. I could transition with a coping, but also not really necessary, because if you can do it on a ledge, you can do it 20 times on a coping. So on a rail, basically same thing, just the rail doesn't force you to go down as much, which sometimes helps and sometimes enables you to be a bit more lazy and like lose balance of that back foot. But after all, if you just do a couple of reps, treat every try with like full focus. Every try counts, every trick counts. You're gonna have this down in no time. And again, in between the tries, try to just do this stance on the ground. See how it feels. Try to like take a screenshot of this as if it were, and then you're kind of like putting this onto the spot. That's what I like to do most, and usually it helps. Try to approach slowly at first. Try to like just see how it feels, where your balance is going, and as you naturally become more comfortable with this trick, you naturally gain more speed, and with that you're just getting this trick more and more down, adding it to your safety tricks. Okay, so quick closing thoughts on this. Topside P-Star, very reliable topside trick on ledges once you get the hang of it. Don't get discouraged if it doesn't happen right away, if you're struggling with the back foot being locked in. But to summarize it all, try to have your hip over the top of the ledge. Try to have your hip like really over the top of the ledge, like not on the edge, but like just a slight bit like over, like here. And try to like really tie up your feet. Try to like lock them in. You want to have like this situation going on where I'm sitting down and still the back foot is locking in. The more flat you have your back foot on top, the easier it's gonna get. Like the more it hangs down like this, the harder it's gonna get to control this. And most importantly, have fun while doing it, have fun while trying it, celebrate your every step of the progress, and with that, learning this trick will be much easier. And also try to get it down so in the next game of skate you can show off to your opponent. Hope you had fun with this one. Now I hope this tutorial helped you a lot and you're now a master of the Topside P-Star. If you still have any troubles with this trick, something that I left out, let me know in the comments. I am eager to hear your feedback. Also, again, thank you to everyone supporting on Patreon, and looking forward to keep the steady growth of this community going. And I'll see you in the next video, and keep skating.